All right, as per $1 million request, one, that's 6 to 10, right? But even still, think of the level of encryption you actually have to 6 to 10 different entities in different countries. You don't lose. At the same time period, you're still liquid in different states as well. So therefore, you still don't lose. You just backing your routing number and that bank itself, just in different states and areas. You're not laundering no money. You're just not, how can I say, using the weakest and strongest person to get messed up. The strongest person, because they still allowed to win that $100 million, but literally they stole literally how much? That $1 million that you can't find, because literally they made them do it liquid off a digital transaction, and literally somebody was already ready for it. You couldn't even beat it. They just redirected it into a different country that quick and literally already cashed out on a bogus check. But literally, when you actually write that check, it's a different story, because therefore you have a little bit more affirmation that they use their hand and extra. So you don't lose in this case. You actually back your bank under the FDIC limit of being what? 66% to 75% within your rate of return based on your daily account status and your return on investment. So if it's a high number return on investment, you take the low number. If it's a low number investment, you take the high number. But depending on how you space it out accordingly would depend on your, how can I say, your return on investment in itself when you actually, how can I say, gain your interest for that principal value for that day. You don't lose, but literally, how well can you actually not wash, but literally just back your dollar that much stronger to where you strengthen the economy, one, but two, you even actually, how can I say, have an account for itself of just basically you have for what? Sole principal purposes. And you just build on it principally for that purpose. So literally you don't wash, but literally you just actually account ascertain according to a purpose instead of just using one account for everything. Because literally, what is one checkbook? But literally, it's not nothing when you literally just need that quote unquote, how can I say, particular check at that moment when you have that bookkeeper who does your booking. You don't lose. He just gives you the right check at the right time. You go to see your bookkeeper for that check and you just void it out and you send it in accordingly. That's the purpose of the bookkeeper, if you're that smart. But if you want to keep it all digital, you're going to lose one way or the other. And they just don't want to tell you because literally you just set off an onslaught of improper numbering and literally high level coding, which literally I'm just not devaluing, but invaluing, but because literally there's people less working on a tenure of trying to find that money so quickly of one inch transaction instead of being under the FDIC limit and just literally, how do you reduce that? You do one transaction that's smart, you got to find it somewhere quick, but you don't lose, you just back your dollar that's stronger. But when you actually have that one account that just takes that 1 million out of 100 million, you're screwed. Because literally they thought about it so well that literally they just did pennies on the dollar, if not the microcent. And that's why our dollar is so weak right now, because they did do that. And literally you can't account for it, so you're just trying to find it. It had to happen. But if it didn't happen, why is the damn percentage on the dollar on return on a checking account so small? You're trying to find money for some reason, but literally it's not a bad thing, it's a good thing, because literally when you do find it, you know where to put it. In my account, the right way, because literally you just made that much more money on your daily return on investment. You're not actually, not account acquiring, but you're literally just losing lesser grade software on that amount of technology that they're using, and you're actually using cheaper accounts. How smart are you for that one? And we'll wrap up the package like that.